When people have turned their life around, should they still be judged by their past mistakes? Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me as I'm going into the 9th year of my expat nomadic life. And now I'm in the country of Zambia in the city of Lusaka and showing you some of the reasons I love here if you should think about retiring here. And just look at this, man. I just got this Richard Mille. It is a knockoff, but really cool, man. Really good copy. And you would be shocked how much it cost. But let me know in the comments, how much do you think this one cost? Trying to get in the camera good. And I ended up getting 3 of them today. Like, I was so impressed with the quality of them, I got 3. But most importantly, let's go ahead and get into today's topic. If you change your life, should you still be held accountable for your past mistakes, even if you pay for your crimes and everything like that? And now the reason why I'm talking about that today is because I've been seeing these videos of one of the guys who was on Pop the Balloon or Find Love, and now he's just being bashed all over the place. I can only imagine how bad it is in the United States for him, because I'm even seeing memes and jokes, things going around here in Zambia. And he did go internationally viral. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I am talking about Weapon X. And he was the one that, I feel bad saying this. No, I don't, because it's really funny. He was the one, if you saw the episode, they called him the Ninja Turtle, but he was the one who was telling the ladies, like, you're not qualified for me, queen, because he knew what type of woman that he wanted. But I think the thing that really got him viral was when the young lady was trying to accuse him of looking at her chest. And he was like, no, I'm looking at that hair on your arms. I'm sorry. That shit was funny. Oh man, that was a classic. That dude is a comedian. But like, now people are digging up stuff in his past. People are coming out of his, past relationships and saying things to make him look bad. Now, I'm not going deep into that, and I'm not defending him at the same time, but I do want to, it made me really think about things like, why is it that only certain demographics of people, when something negative come up about their past, even if they've changed their life around, it ended up costing them? You know, we're supposed to live in this world that's not a double jeopardy system, like where you having to pay for your crimes over and over and over again, yet it's not true. Like, the young man says that he ended up losing his job. Now people are bashing him, saying he may be lying, stuff like that. And I'm not getting into that. But what I am getting into is, why do people feel they have the right to judge you based off something you've done in your past? Now, I will say this. If you're looking to get into a relationship with someone, you may want to know certain things about their past. Like, I'll tell you straight up, I don't date people that go to jail. That's just my personal preference. I didn't go to jail. I don't want someone who has a criminal record. Now, does that mean I'm not friends with people with criminal records, or I don't have very close bonds with people like that? No, that doesn't mean that at all. I have some really good friends of mine who have spent a very good amount of time in jail and done some probably very bad things in some people's opinions, but they changed their lives around. And I think part of mental health that we're not talking about is, when you keep throwing the past of what somebody's life used to be up into their face, you're bringing back that trauma of what they were going through that led them down that life. And when I was just listening to a part of his interview today, like, you could tell this man wanted to just burst out in tears, because he's really just asking for, like, dude, look at me for who I am now. Like, I'm not that dude anymore. I'm grateful that I'm out of the streets. I'm grateful that I'm not that violent, angered person anymore. And I think we got to start respecting that in a way. We have to start also embracing that in a way too. Like, how do you expect people to fully change and become a different person if every time they're trying to be a new person, you're criticizing them about who they used to be? You're continually throwing that image of who they used to be in their face. Eventually, they're going to accept that self-image again and say, you know what, this is just who I am, so shit, let me do it. I'm going to be this dude. And then we start calling them like, oh, we knew better. Oh, see, they can't change. You can't trust people. Sometimes it's the people who think they're better than, they're actually worse than the person who was actually doing bad stuff at one point in their life. And it reminds me of one of my uncles. Because like I had a heart to heart talk with him before I left the United States in 2022, when I was back in Texas. Because one of the things that I noticed is like everyone kept holding against him his drug use in the past. But they're not looking at it from, yes, was he on drugs? Yes, did he do some horrible things? Yes, did he hurt people? But you know what? There was some good in that also. And I had to explain to him, I was like, I'm thankful for you. And I told him I was grateful for him. If he didn't show me firsthand what drugs can do to a person, I might have been tempted to do that in my life. That's one of the reasons why I'm very strict and I do not play when it comes to drugs and things, even when it comes to alcohol. Like, I know what that looks like firsthand. And I told him, thank you. And I was like, you get to take part in the person that I am today. If you're proud of the man that I became, you're part of that. And I think we need to start embracing people who want to change and recover from the things that they went through. Like, especially if they were in very violent situations or in drug situations. You do not know the community or how their upbringing was. Because in all honesty, most people that I know who were in gangs, sold drugs or done drugs and things of that nature, they had a lot of trauma in their life. They had things in their life that I personally wouldn't want to go through. And I don't know how I would react to it. It's easy to sit on a pedestal and looking down on someone in a judgmental way and say like, oh, well, I wouldn't have done that. I guarantee if you really analyze your life, there's plenty of things that's probably just as equally wrong that you've done. And so I really wanted to make this video to like really get not only feedback from people, but like to start challenging you. Like, instead of criticizing someone or throwing their past up against them, can you start embracing their future? Can you start embracing the person that they're trying to be and encourage them to be that person? Like, someone who's going from a gang lifestyle to trying to live the straight and narrow, it's not going to look great all the time. It's going to be some very rough, sharp edges on there. And there's going to be areas in their life they need to smooth out. They need someone to guide them, to mentor them, to encourage them, but also to model to them, hey, maybe you can do this better. I know even me, I still have an anger temper problem. And I try to work on it. I make sure I hang around guys who don't have that type of temper. And I try to model and mold what they can do. Like some of the guys I still talk to and keep in touch with that's in Colombia. That is one of the main reasons I do, because they mentor me. They help me in areas where I fall up short to become a better man. And that's what it takes to be a better person. Criticism and throwing up what a person used to be will never encourage them to be better. We have to let go of this tough love nonsense. And we have to start realizing, embracing, being grateful that they're even willing to try to change and become a better person. And so if you have any tips or any advice for any guys or any ladies out there too, I know ladies watch the channel that are trying to better their lives, just leave it down in the comments. The more information that we share with each other, the better we will be, and the stronger our community can start growing. And so I just wanted to share that with you today. And just remember this, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.